What's going on, you guys? Back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about 5 reasons why narcissists devalue you. Now, there are 3 stages to narcissistic abuse. Those main 3 stages are love bombing, devalue, and discard. Now, either you discard the narcissist or they discard you, but either way it goes, it's a good thing when it gets to the discarding phase. Because now you have that power and the upper hand to keep them out. The narcissist can only do to you what you allow. Now that's in certain situations. I'm not talking about like the co-parenting, because there are certain tools you have to use in order to really exist with them. And they're going to make it difficult for the simple fact that they know that they still have a chance to be around you, on the strength of the children. Other than that, you have the upper hand and you don't have to let them back in. So you win in the end. No matter how bad they've done you, if you could live another day to say, Lord, I survived this. I thank you for giving me another day. Now I can, I can speak awareness about this type of abuse to help other people to recognize the signs of this type of stuff and to keep it from happening to other people. But 5 reasons why narcissists devalue you. Number 1 is because you expose them. When you expose the narcissist to other people, it kind of catch them by surprise, because they never expect you to turn on them. In their mind, you're turning on them, but in actuality, you're not turning on them. But narcissists don't think through reality, they think through delusion. And so they think now that you've turned on them, that it's payback time. And they use devaluation as a way to pay you back. Number 2 is because you confronted them. You confront the narcissist by calling them out on who they are. When you become bold enough to stand up to them and you don't take it anymore, they look at you like, how dare you stand up to me? Because they really have the audacity to feel like they're more powerful than you, and no matter how bad they treat you, you don't have the right to, to speak against it and defend yourself. So that's another reason why they devalue you. They need you to stay in the mindset of believing that, they are just this honest and sincere human being. And if they can't get you to always feel like that, like they start to act like children, like, take that back, you don't mean that, stuff like that. Another reason they devalue you is because they feel hurt after you have called them out. So now they gotta hurt you back by taking back every good thing that they've ever told you during the love bombing stage. You always got to take it back to the beginning. And in the beginning, it'll tell you everything you need to know in the end. That's clear confirmation, as to why you should never let the narcissist back in your life. Once you got them out, once you went, your separate way, once you cut them off. Even when you have set boundaries, don't allow them to cross those boundaries. Don't even let them get an inch of your life again. They devalue you to make you feel less than the new supply. And they do this so that they won't have to feel bad after cutting you off for no reason at all. See, a lot of times when a devaluing stage comes, it comes out of nowhere. And you're blindsided by, like, okay, so what's happening now? Why are you acting like this? You're dumbfounded by their actions, their behavior, just this sudden change when you're around them. And the reason why is because they got somebody else on the side. And people do this, even who, people who are not narcissists, they do this. But this is just a clear sign that the narcissist has found new supply or have returned to old supply. It's when they just suddenly start to devalue you out of the blue when everything is going good, and you just can't think of a reason why they have just suddenly changed. Why a sudden change of attitude? Why you're acting cold with me? They have their moments that you have learned to adjust to, which is not a good thing. But at the same time, they go even harder when there's new supply because they lack empathy. They don't care about how it makes you feel. It's all about meeting their needs. And as long as they're happy with whatever they found out there, they don't see you right now. You're invisible to them. So your feelings are going to be invisible. They don't care about that. Their mind is stuck on the next best thing and how it makes them feel and how they can benefit off of it. You know, um, narcissists are thieves. They're thieves, they're scammers. And what happens is they go around pretending to be someone they're not. They mimic other people's lives. They shapeshift and do things to really disguise themselves. And then sometimes those disguises slip off and you will see the real person. And it may be scary in the beginning, but you better believe it. That's who they are. Don't downplay it and give them the benefit of the doubt because they don't deserve that. They're going to put you through pure hell once they start to be sloppy with everything. They're pretty much letting you know they don't care. In this moment, it's all about keeping your eyes on the prize. That's how narcissists think. So they're not looking behind. And you can reach for them and try to pull them back in all you want. But they're out the door, and you should want them to go. Because the moment you allow them to return, the abuse is going to only get worse. And if they're showing you that they're not really interested in being there, obviously they have interests somewhere else. They found new supply. And I know that we don't always think about that right off because, again, it blindsides us. We don't know what's going on when the narcs start to just act funny. But we soon come to realize it's new supply. So that's another reason why they devalue because of the new supply. They do it to simply control you and make you feel like you must work even harder to prove them wrong and keep them. Now they want you to feel like, okay, I'm not this bad person that you're devaluing me to be. So I'm going to prove to you that I can be better. So, now you're begging and pleading them to stay. And this works on people who have very low self-esteem. I have had very low self-esteem at one time. I used to question myself a lot and think of ways that I can be the perfect person for someone, even though I already was. I was really going above and beyond for that person, bending over backwards for them. I wasn't loving myself. I had very low self-esteem, and that's why I worked overtime in trying to keep the narcissists around, not knowing that I was only ruining myself. And the moment that you tell yourself that you deserve better and you pretty much done nothing wrong to deserve this type of treatment, that's when things are going to start to change, and that grip you have on holding a narc back is going to let up. And they're going to feel that you're leaving them. They're going to feel that, there's no presence of you as much as it was. They feel it. They know when you're slipping away. Especially that really, really good supply. When they play those mind games on you, trust me, they regret it. But once you start to tell yourself that you deserve better and you done nothing wrong to deserve that type of treatment, they see that. But the reason for their behavior, it will get much clearer to you. And it'll make it easier for you to leave. And cutting them off will make life much, much better for you. So those are the reasons why narcissists use devaluation. It's all a mind game. But once they call themselves cutting you off, good. Let them go and never let them back in.